4 years ago, my friend showed me a book outside school gates. The cover was an obnoxious red. How to Win Friends and Influence People. It took me a year before I finally ordered it. And just like that, I was hooked. Self-development consumed me. I signed up to the gym, started eating better, scheduling my days. I read book after book. I followed all the gurus, meditating, cold showers, affirmations. I felt more confident and motivated than ever before. This is it, I told myself. Everything was perfect. At least, that's what I wanted people to think. The world of self-development had changed things for me, but there were glaring issues I had to face. Let this video be a warning. So get ready, join me as we dive into the toxic world of self-development. Are you looking to improve your life? Do you want more happiness? Money? Do you want to be liked? This is where it begins. I procrastinated on buying that book because I never felt the need to until my first year of college. I struggled to fit in. There was this underlying loneliness. I was constantly worried about what others were thinking of me. Then I said enough was enough. So I decided to make a change. And that brought me to self-help. This is important because one of the biggest reasons for wanting to improve yourself is dissatisfaction. And there's nothing wrong with that. The problem lies in your vulnerability. If you're in a dark place, you can be susceptible to certain problems. Self-development has a nice lure. A world where you take control, where you're making progress. Whilst everyone else is partying, I'm working on myself. It feels great. You've climbed out of that dark place. You've taken the bait. And that's when you become blind to the traps. Self-help makes you feel good. After finishing every book, I felt like I leveled up. After every book you read, every video you watch, there's a surge of dopamine. After finishing that book, I'd go straight to Amazon and order more. That cycle repeated. The reason anything becomes addictive is what it does to your brain. That dopamine rush gets you hooked. And it's easy to get hooked to self-help. The self-help world puts you under an illusion. The illusion of progress. After reading that book, you feel accomplished. After attending that seminar, you feel accomplished. That motivation lingers, urging you to buy the next book. It's only when you pause that you realize nothing has changed. MJ DeMarco has a concept called action faking, doing things that make you feel like you have accomplished something even though no actual progress has been made. It's that urge to clean your room when an assignment is due. It's creating a schedule and calling it a day's work. It's reading about business but never starting one. Action faking is lethal procrastination because you're tricking yourself. So let this be your first warning. You don't need to read every self-help book, attend every seminar, buy every course. There's a time when you're consuming too much and the action is postponed. This is the first trap. An empty wallet, temporary motivation, and a realization you haven't achieved anything. You only got better at convincing yourself you did. But behind this addiction is something sinister. On the back of your purchases, someone is profiting. The self-help industry is worth $13.6 billion by 2022. People are making bank. I was obsessed with certain gurus. I happily spent money on their books with that familiar artificial motivation. I never questioned their motives. I saw self-development as this secret community. Sure, these gurus were making money, but they were providing value, right? Pause. This becomes problematic when dealing with an industry worth billions. You are more profitable to the self-help industry unhappy than happy and fulfilled. The business of self-help knows that. They rely on that feeling of inadequacy to pull you in. Feeling inadequate plus getting a small high every time you consume turns you into an avid consumer. Then you fall into the trap of looking for the next big thing. You think you just need one more thing before you find the secret. On and on. Your wallet dries up and you never truly progress. All you've done is made yourself a consumer. So here is your next warning. The self-help industry is a huge business reliant on you not being content. Question your favorite gurus. Ask yourself, have I consumed more than I've actually put into action? I felt amazing after that first year. My confidence skyrocketed. The old, lonely version of me? Gone. I'm going to be successful, I told everybody. At that time, success meant becoming one of the world's best actors. But this is never how reality plays out. I truly felt like I was going to be happy forever. Self-development is its own bubble. You're surrounded with positive messages. Everyone's telling everyone you're all going to be successful. But just like any bubble, there's always a burst. My burst came when I started losing my passion for acting. It seemed like my world was turning upside down. Since I was a kid, I told everyone this was my dream, that I was never going to quit. Because that's what self-help taught me: never quit. I had made myself out to be this person destined to be successful. And now, as my passion faltered, I was left with deep dread and doubt. And I never said a word. I tried to convince myself I wasn't losing my passion, that nothing had changed. Why? Because in this bubble surrounded by positive messages, I was made to believe negative thoughts about quitting were wrong. Even worse, I felt like if I accepted those feelings, I'd go back to being the old version of me. It took me a whole year until I finally came to terms with quitting, and I had to accept the truth self-development was hiding. There will always be struggle, and that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. I realized meaningful things are created through struggle. In this new world of Instagram entrepreneurs and fake gurus, a whole new culture has formed. The term hustle has become a buzzword. This idea of grinding, working harder than everyone else. Let me be clear. I'm not saying working hard is bad. If you're trying to be successful in a crowded market, you're going to have to work hard at the right thing. The problem with hustle culture is it's about working hard for the sake of working hard. It's romanticized. People bragging about hustling online are doing procrastination and action faking. And then there are those actually working every single hour because that's what hustle culture taught them. But that's also problematic. Working hard is one piece. Working hard at the right thing is the final piece. There are two immediate problems with working hard 24/7. First is burnout: emotional, physical, mental exhaustion. Second is working hard at the wrong thing. You could have a fitness blog working on it 24/7, but chances of getting somewhere are slim. There are thousands of fitness blogs. If you'd just taken time to reflect on your strategy, you'd have noticed that sooner. But instead, you continue thinking that's all you need. Once more, the darker sides of self-help cast a shadow over your eyes, making you feel you've accomplished something when you haven't, keeping you hooked, keeping you attached to the idea that working hard encompasses everything. It doesn't. It's a facade. I realize this video has probably left some confused about what you should do. I don't have all the answers, but I can say the things that genuinely helped me are going to the gym and eating healthier, going to bed earlier and waking up earlier, writing my goals down with an understanding these may change, meditating and reading books that are actually practical. Hands down, two of the greatest books I've read are The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle and Unscripted by M.J. DeMarco. With both books, I never felt like they were trying to get me hooked or give me artificial motivation. But with all that said, let this video be a warning for the traps that might lie in wait if you decide to get into the self-help industry. And if you do make that decision, just make sure not to fall into the same traps I did.